Hi, my name is Alex from Murphy Wall Bed USA, and today we're going to be discussing how to install our Murphy wall beds. Along with that, we're going to go through step by step following our manual of how to install our Murphy wall beds. Please take a minute to review all the pieces that came in our box. Along with that, please review the necessary tools that you will need to assemble our Murphy bed. You will need 2 people, WD-40, tape measure, a hand ratchet 3/8, a 13mm, 7/16 and 5/16 socket, stud finder, 7/16 wrench, 13mm wrench, a pencil, a Phillips tip, and a drill bit for your handles. Along with that, electric or battery operated drill, and of course, a ladder. Now you have identified all the pieces, please find the crown and left and right side panels. Place them crown at the front, left and side panel. We will start with part A. As your helper will be helping you, please raise the crown mold along with the side panel. The banding side being at the floor and the unbanding, as you can see here, at the top. These are going to be all pre-drilled. You're going to use a 2.5-inch wood screw. Please align the back end and keep it flush right there. Now tuck the bottom real good and drive in the second screw. We're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Part A, step 2. Please identify the headboard, toe kick, and the back stiffener. And we're going to be putting on the brackets on them. Please find the square brackets. We're going to be using the 5/8 wood screws to attach this to the back of the headboard, the toe kick, and the back stiffener. You will find that each piece has a pre-drilled holes for those brackets to go in. So please find the back side and the front side. Lay the front side down where the pre-drill holes you can see. Just go ahead and take the 5 screws. Keep this flush when you're drilling this through, kind of holding it. When you're placing the brackets on these panels, use the horizontal slots as you can move them back and forth to make it flush with the end of the piece. You take the headboard, and on the sides you will see the pre-drilled holes on the panels. Make sure that the unbanded edge is facing towards the bottom of the bed and the banded side is at the top. And you're going to use the same 5/8 wood screws. You're going to start from the bottom. You're going to find that first hole, drill that in there, and as your helper just kind of helps you navigate into the other 2 holes at the top. Find the 6-inch back stiffener that's going to go in the back, that's got the 2 brackets on each side, and you're also going to align them with the pre-drilled holes all the way out. As your helper helps you hold that. Step 4, once you have all the pieces assembled, the crown with the sides, the headboard and the back stiffener, you're going to pretty much get about to the center. You're going to grab the back end of the headboard, and with your helper, you just kind of want to raise it up and kind of walk it back towards the wall. Step 5, we're going to take the front toe kick and we're going to attach it to the side panels with the 5/8 wood screws. Step number 6, this is probably the most important step of the entire installation. Here we're going to be finding 3 studs in your walls and attaching the brackets to the bed and to the wall. In the packet, you're gonna find these 3 L brackets. They're for the top. You're gonna need 6 of these 2.5 wood screws, Phillips tip, and also the 1 3/8 wood screws that will fasten into the bed. Along with that, we need a stud finder here and a pencil. Please identify where your stud is. You want to mark that first hole depending on what stud finder you're using, and find the edge of the stud. So that's our stud right there. So go ahead and fasten your bed all the way completely to the back of the wall. And start off with the center bracket. Grab the 1.25 inch wood screw, find the center of the stud, and just go ahead and mount it into the bed. We're going to take the 2.5 inch screw and we're going to go straight into the center of the stud. Just like that. Really try to hear that you're really hitting a stud. If you're using an impactor, you'll actually hear it. If you're using a regular drill, you'll feel the tension, and that means that you hit the stud. Again, this is very important and is very, very dangerous if you do not hit the stud. So this has to be done before moving on to the next step. To assemble the face panel, please find 2 panels. Each panel will say back on it. That's actually the back side. The front of it will not say anything. You'll also find this box that says panel bed steel frame. That's all the frame that you're going to get in the box, and we're going to assemble this in this next steps. Now that we have finished step 1 and 2 of part B, that's locating the face panels, finding that the back is facing up, opening the panel box with all the hardware, laying out the sides, front and back, identifying that this is the front that has the banded side. For step 3 and 4, we're going to need the 5/16 socket. We use a little handle to support it, your impact or just your screw gun, along with the Phillips tip, and we want to just go ahead and find the bracket. Start with one corner, starting from the top end. So this is kind of the only difference on these is you want to find this spacer that's going to go through the long bolt that we have, and we're going to start from the bottom end right there. Step 5 is going to be the placement of the bed frame on the face panel. We're going to start off from the back end, which is the bottom. You're going to see the unbanded side. The top is the banded side. And what we're going to do is we're going to center it in between the 2 panels. And now what you want to do is you want to go 1/4 inch from the bottom to the edge of the frame. So just measure that out, 1/4 inch. Find one of these 5/8 wood screws, and you're going to start off with one corner. Once you get it all aligned and it's balanced, you're going to go from one corner, press down on it so it doesn't move around, just drive in that first screw. You're going to take another screw, balance the center, make sure that the panels are exactly aligned. Perfect. So that's aligned. Screw it on this panel that you started off with to secure it with 1/4 inch. Make sure that we got it. 1/4 inch right there. Screw it on this side first. Once you have done that, go ahead and screw the next panel together to the frame. Make sure that you don't have really a gap in between. That's what you're trying to eliminate. align it to the 1/4 inch here. Once you have fastened the bottom end, you're going to move up to the front, the banded side, and you're going to just balance the sides. It was, over there it was about 1 inch. Just start from this corner. Once you've attached it to the bed, move over to the cross membranes and just space them evenly. Step number 6 is attaching the velcros to the bed. This is the top edge, which is the banded. It's the first screw hole behind the first panel. And what we do is we just take the velcro, wrap it just a little bit, take the washer that came with it, just like that. Do a little screw, kind of careful not to pinch yourself. Kind of just pre-screw that for yourself just to kind of help you out. Find that first hole to the inside of the first panel. One more time. And do the same on the other side. You're going to find this packet with 160 screws. You're not going to use all of them. Square tip works a little better, so if you have a square tip, that's always a little better. Just make sure that you screw every single slot that's on this bed to make sure that you keep the warranty, all 160 of them. Also, just make sure you don't strip the screws inside. Just once you feel that they're in, just stop, don't keep drilling it, because that doesn't do anything for them. Step number 8 is the assembly of the leg. You want to find 2 of these in the packet along with the leg rod. Also, you want to find number 4, which has all the washers for the leg. Find the plastic washer and put that over the leg. After that, place it through the larger hole. Find the other plastic washer, place that there. Then find the steel washer, which is a steel filler, and then of course the locking washer, which is a smaller hole. Place that over that. Align that and kind of hold it in place, make sure they're all aligned in there. And then just tighten it. So, now go ahead and find the start washer with 1 1/4 bolt. And what we're going to do is take this rod, place the start over the bolt. Just kind of hand tighten that. Do it on the other side. Take the 7/16 socket and just tighten that up. Part C. Please find 13mm bolt along with the 13mm nylon nut. And what we're going to do is find hole number 3, and we're going to just hand tighten them straight through. Just where you got a good feel and it's moving around, but it's locked in. Go ahead and just push it out, just like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Step number 2 of part C is very important. This step is actually dangerous if you don't follow the manual exactly the way we wrote it. You're going to need 2 people for this. You need just a basic screwdriver while your helper holds that. There's a PVC that comes with your packet. This is a leverage, pretty much handle of tensioning this spring and mechanism back. So basically this is the foot push. You want to keep your foot kind of pushing the bed there while one person holds and starts pushing this back. The other one will use the screwdriver and kind of lift that little ear and latching to where it just locks in just like that, securely. Once you have completed that, proceed to the other side. Be very careful. Always keep fingers and hands away from this entire area. Find the other 1 3/8 nylon nut and bolt and just kind of put them aside, one on each side. One there, one over there. What we're going to do now, this requires two people. We're going to take the face panel together with another person. We're going to lift it up, and we're going to use the first nylon bolt and nut that we just hand tighten, and we're going to go and slide it right into this little slot right here. Always use your knees. And just set it down. Once you have put the face panel inside the mechanism on just a hand tightened bolt and nut, you want to take the other bolt and the 13mm nylon nut, and while your helper is standing over there, he's kind of moving it up and down just for you to take this bolt and push it through hole number 2 from the inside out. Once you've got that bolt, first one through, walk to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Once you have put the bolts through the hole number 2, take your 13mm nut, tell your helper to actually open the bed. So now it's kind of locked in. Be very careful still. Always keep your hands away from the mechanism. And from the side, just go ahead and thread your nut into that bolt. Once you have done this side, go over to the next side and do the same thing. Once you have threaded by hand all the 4 bolts, you want to have a ratchet 13mm and a wrench 13mm. You want to just hold one side with the wrench and use the ratchet to securely fasten all the bolts, which is the frame, to the mechanism. All nice and tight and secured. It's a very important step. Make sure you tighten it really well. Once you have securely fastened the bolt and nut, now the mechanism and the frame is completely assembled and installed. You want to flip this little ear that we held back on both sides, and then you're able to close the bed. There are 2 bearings on this mechanism. You have a top one and the bottom one. Every so often, if it ever squeaks, you just want to take a little WD-40 and just do a little spraying right there and on the bottom one. Step number 5, you're ready to close the face panel. Once you close the panel, the side reveals won't be a lot of times balanced out, so we'll show you how to make it balanced out. When you're closing it, kind of just watch it, make sure it doesn't go over the side panel, and then if you feel like it's comfortable, Adam, is that good? Yeah. Just let it go. And as you can see, that the reel is smaller here than the other side. To fix that, find the smallest reveal and just come up to the bed and just kind of kick the bottom. Because this is a floating bed, what's attached is at the top, so the bottom bed is able to move around just a smidge to the left or right to balance and align the edges. To open the bed when you don't have handles, what you want to do is you and your helper could just take the bottom of the bed, just kind of give it a little push and be ready to catch it when you push on it. That's what's going to help you open the bed. Some of our beds do come with pre-drilled holes for handles, and if you specify, we will pre-drill them. Otherwise, you have preference of positioning them anywhere you want. Just be careful and keep in mind that there is a cross membrane that runs across 3 sections of the bed, so you don't want to hit that membrane anywhere. So kind of calculate it, make sure that when you screw these handles that you're not going to hit that cross membrane. Once you have assembled the handles and screwed them on, open the bed and you'll find 4 little bumpers, plastic bumpers. They will go on each side of the bed. At the very top corner, right there, just kind of press it in. The other one's going to go right underneath this leg. And so just kind of push on the leg. Do the same thing on the other side. Once you have installed the bumpers, the very last thing is this caution sticker. Very important. And we provide one with every packet and every bed that we ship out. It's really a caution sticker that tells people always to open this leg when you're bringing the bed down. You want to make sure that it's locked in, and always put it back up when you're closing the bed. Also, another warning that says in here that this panel must be removed before dismounting the anchors at the top brackets from the wall. So this has to be removed before following our manual, before the bed could be disassembled from the wall. Very, very important, because if you don't do that and you take the brackets off, this bed will come down if you do not take the face panel out. So very, very important. We always position this sticker right in the middle of the panel for the individual, the user, to actually see it right there. Also, in your packet you will find 6 of these white little, or whatever color you might have ordered, fast caps, and what they are is to cover and conceal the pre-drilled holes at the top. What you want to do is just put them right over. Once you have put the mattress in, you want to achieve the perfect balance of the mattress, which, if you basically have the leg up, you want the bed to hold itself at about that position. After you've balanced everything and installed the mattress, the last thing to really put on is the side covers to protect anybody getting their fingers or things stuck in the springs. And there's a left and a right. Basically, you're going to use a top hole. This is the top hole right there to screw in a Phillips wood screw right through there. And what we're going to do is put it right over. We're going to latch it in there. There's a couple latches. Screw through there. Here we have demonstrated our Manhattan Collection installation video. This video applies to all of our collections. They're all fairly the same, just different finishes. Hopefully you have found this video to be helpful and educational. Please visit our website at murphybedstudios.com or call our toll-free 855-4-WALBED. Thank you for watching.